Racing is a big deal in Germany.
We want to be the #1 German team.
Apps are the fun family team.
You can't compare us with the big manufacturers.
The plan was to survive.
Oh, pain, man.
A lot of people really underestimate how hard it is to be competitive and to be fast in Formula E.
Red flag.
You think they're not going to do the red? They did, no.
Painkillers are miracles sometimes, right?
We've got brand new teams in McLaren and Maserati joining an already stacked grid, including the likes of Jaguar and the German giant Porsche. And returning to the paddock after a year out are the family-run German outfit of ABT.
For us, it was clear to come back, but season 8 it was not possible, and now in season 9 we are back, and we are happy to be back. We have some drivers that are part of our family, and this is Nico and Robin. Robin was planned as the experienced one.
Because the sims are working yet. It's like, that actually it is working. What we need it for, it's not working.
I really enjoyed being part of this huge family. It's one of the most fun period time I had in my career.
I think without fun, you cannot be competitive. You need to really love what you do, and everyone in the team is doing that. And it's just a good spirit. Maybe it's Bavarian. I'm not sure. Maybe it's the beer. I don't know.
We operate with a complete different budget compared to all the others. Also with a different manpower. If you work for a manufacturer, it's different. Much more people, the development department, the marketing department, the press department, the track departments. This is a huge difference to us. We have everything under one roof. For us, it was clear if we come back after a year break, it will be very, very difficult.
We're going into the season pretty much the unknown.
We are very, very excited to see this championship get underway. Robin Freintz making his first race for the ABT team in 19th place, just ahead of Norman Nato.
We're starting in the back of the grid. The plan was to survive.
And we go green in Mexico City.
Gap behind, I want to have a gap.
On the outside, he got hit from behind, which sent him into the back of Nato.
Robin, all okay?
No.
The moment it happened, I got sick straight away, so I knew something was broken. The pain suddenly got quite massive.
Oh, pain, man.
They cut away my glove, and I saw the bone sticking out of my hand.
The injury was quite hard, and he was pushing like hell, and he said, I can drive, but we had to stop him. He said, hey, your time will come again, but your health is the important thing, and we knew that the injury will have an impact also on the next races. So on my way home from Mexico, I arrived in Munich, went to my car, and I called Kelvin. I said, Kelvin, my friend, it's your time.
I just landed in Europe and we were on a boys skiing trip. I got the call at like 2 o'clock in the morning that, yeah, it's time to go. For sure, you're a reserve driver, but you never really expect that it's actually going to get to that point that you need to drive. The injury was pretty serious, so I knew it could vary. It could be 1 race weekend or it could be 4 race weekends.
At this point, I'm not even sure I'm going to have time to press the radio button. Because, you know, the sim, you don't have to press it.
Did you practice the codes and stuff?
Yeah, blue code. There's another code I don't know.
No,
I just opened the blue code.
I have no Formula background, so I'm always used to having a roof over my head. And I was sitting there and I looked to my chief mechanic and I just shake my head like, what am I doing here? Like, this is so far away from where I feel comfortable.
Everything feels different. I'm like on my earpieces. I'm just like lost.
I was still overweight when I got the call. So I knew within 2 weeks I had to lose 5 kilograms. In this sport, expectation is actually what kills you.
Then goes to race 0, please. Race 0.
Yeah, copy. Now you're testing me, huh? Here, giving me enough to do.
sitting inches from the ground and having that wind in my face for the first time. And since I did karting, really, you feel claustrophobic a little bit in the car, you feel uncomfortable, but at the same time, you know, there's no time to learn. Like, it's go time.
Thanks for the opportunity, guys. It's a real proud moment for me, so let's get this.
All 5 lights are on, and we go green in Diriyah.
Cupra have an incredible history in Formula E. They've won driver and teams championships.
We are the champions!
I do think, though, they're really up against it this season. They've had problems from the very beginning.
And that's Nico Müller in the wall.
We had no time for testing. So for us, it was clear season 9 will be a very, very difficult year. And you saw the first races, it was difficult, yeah.
You're gonna do the driving.
No, you drive.
Oh,
You're the driver.
I do enough driving on a race weekend. All right, let's go.
I love challenging myself. I love learning new things, and that Formula E gave me a big chance to develop myself as a racing driver. Straight down the middle, boys. It's the most mentally frustrating game in the world sometimes, eh? I did the first 2 weekends without any damage. Kind of survived and did everything I was told, but I felt like coming to Cape Town, I was like, okay, it's go time now.
One of the most scenic cities on the planet is set to play host to the next chapter of the ABB FIA Formula E World Championship. Welcome to the 2023 Cape Town E-Prix.
Can I take a picture? Is your favorite?
Can't wait to get rolling later on today. And yeah, home race vibes, love it.
Beautiful, thank you.
I felt like the first time I got in the car was the most peaceful I'd been.
So that's Kelvin van der Linde in his home race.
That was my getaway from the madness.
Kelvin is doing a good job.
Yeah, van der Linde there in 8th position. And did a personal best in the first sector.
He was excited for his home race. We saw already in FP1, FP2, huge steps from him, and he was competitive.
Yeah, feels good, man.
The sectors are really good on 300. You're theoretically P6.
Bit of feedback on the 350.
It's undrivable.
You stopped, Lucas? You stopped?
I just stopped in the chicane. I had a suspension rear end failure.
Red flag. Box, box.
We walked into the box and there was like an atmosphere in the box like I've almost never seen. I really was actually worried that something serious had happened.
To be aggressive. Aggressive stopped also the issue with the powertrain or whatever noise.
Both Mahindras and both the ABT Cupras are out of the running. There's a failure with a shared component.
I couldn't move the car because one side breaks. It's not strong enough to one side is not strong enough to move the car.
This is really weird. All 4 cars have a rear suspension issue. Yeah, I mean, that's the same car at the end. So they think it's going to break. You think they're not going to do the race? No. Oh.
Thomas Biermeier said to everyone that we won't be racing, and yeah, you just saw everybody's heart sink. I was hurting massively inside.
Are we going to see you in an FE car again this season?
It's early days, but I'd love to.
My crash has been 4 weeks ago now. It's not nice as a racing driver to sit on the sideline or watch other people race. That's why I want to come back as soon as I can. We've been doing physio for 10 days now. The steps I've been making every day has been better than expected. But I know my physio, unfortunately, quite long, and now I see him every day. At the moment, is one of the most important person in my career.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not fun. Some people think, oh, you're injured, you're sitting at home for the next 4 weeks, but
No.
Unfortunately, it's not a holiday.
It's a little bit stiff.
When I went to the hospital, I got an operation which took about 5 hours. The next day, the first thing I asked is like, when can I drive back again?
There's a fracture that needs 4 to 6 weeks to get healed. And because of that, it's difficult to get some movement, but we're working hard. Today or tomorrow is a test.
Simulator tomorrow, yeah.
But in my head, I'm driving, so I can do something, but I can't do miracles.
Painkillers does miracles sometimes, right?
Yeah, you can't compare us with the big manufacturers. In the past, we won races, we were always fighting for podiums. This is our target, and it's the first time for our team that we are not competitive.
It's not possible. Whatever you do, it's wrong.
So it's a complete new situation for the whole team. But the motivation from the team never stopped. And the team, the drivers, we improved from weekend to weekend. We want to be the #1 German team, but it will be a long, long way.
Berlin is always a great race to be at. Everyone wants to win here, of course. Some teams have a home race.
Call of Duty comeback. Cars are huge.
Just the stiffness on the back.
Cupra, our main partner, invited over 1,000 people, journalists, partners, end customers. So the pressure was quite high for us.
For the first time in the Gen 3 cars, we have a wet session.
Somehow, the rain basically meant that it was all about apt.
Oh, big snap! Oh, and he's slithering all over the place.
It's great to have them back again in Formula E. In Berlin, I was rooting for them.
Both apps are flying!
You had this sense of disbelief from the entire team.
Yeah, it's new for us.
No, to be honest, no.
Robin Freins has gone to the top of the time. Will it be Vern or Muller on the front row of the grid in Berlin? It's Muller! It's Nico Muller for Abt!
Unbelievable, unbelievable.
Wow!
They'll be hoping that every race from now to the end of the season is torrential rain.
Surely we're not having an Abt front row lockout. Right, here he is, Robin. He's absolutely sailed through turn 9, Robin Freins. He drives towards the line. Are we on for an Abt front row lockout in Berlin against all odds? We are!
Robin, we have the pole position. Unbelievable.
Yes, man. Fuck, this feel good. Thanks, guys.
That is Abt's first ever front row lockout.
Both cars in the first row was like winning a championship for us. Everybody was working hard, and it was the first time that we got something back.
I mean, we didn't score points in the races, so we do it in qualifying now, and hopefully we score some more in the race.
Are you hoping for rain later?
Yes, more rain, the better.
Oh, man. It's been a while since I had a pole.
It was unbelievable. It was like a big victory. Again, the guys had tears, and it was a fantastic moment. It was one of my best in the last 20 years, I have to be honest.
We peaked. Wake me up before quali.
Hey, how do you feel about going to Jakarta now?
It's not wet in Jakarta.
We need to go in it.
You'd go to London in the wet.
Oh, guys, I'm so sorry.
They like a crash, those Maseratis, don't they?
This is a mess.
Oh!